Hi friends, welcome back to Masters of Chemistry. So we were studying the organic spectroscopy. So in the previous video session, we have briefly discussed the introduction to spectroscopy, what is meant by electromagnetic radiation, their characteristics. So today in this particular video session, we are going to deal with the principle of spectroscopy, common symbols used in the spectroscopic techniques, the general units of spectroscopy, and lastly we are going to discuss about the spectrophotometer. Now the principle of spectroscopy. Now the basic principle behind the spectroscopic technique is that when any organic molecule absorbs the electromagnetic radiation, some of the changes takes place within the molecule. Either these changes are temporary or may be permanent. If the organic molecule absorbs the electromagnetic radiation of lower energy, then the bond vibration or the molecular rotation takes place within the molecule. On the other hand, if the organic molecule absorbs the electromagnetic radiation of higher energy, then the electronic changes takes place within the molecule. The electronic changes means, suppose we consider the atom. The atom consists of two type of state. One is the higher state, another one is the lower state. So this is the states which atom consists of. So this is called as the lower state and this is called as the higher excited state. So generally the electron present in this lower energy state and this state is the stable state. When electromagnetic radiation passes through this atom, then this electron excite to this excited state. So this is called as electronic changes. So any molecule absorb this higher energy radiation, then such type of changes takes place within the molecule. Now the molecule absorb the energy which is necessary for their transition or change. So the absorption of energy is depends upon the structure of the molecule. So the molecule absorb the energy which is necessary for their transition. In this case, so molecule absorb the energy which is the energy difference between this lower energy and higher energy. So that much of energy only absorb this molecule to occur the transition or change. And the absorption of energy mainly depends upon the structure of the molecule. Now on the basis of this absorption of energy, we can easily determine the structure and functional group of and other property of the molecule. Now let's study some of the symbols which are commonly used in the spectroscopy. Some of the symbols and their definition. First one is nu. This symbol is called as nu, which is generally used to show the frequency in hertz. Next one is this symbol is called as lambda, which is generally used to represent the wavelength of a particular wave. This symbol is called as nu bar, which is generally used to represent the wave number of the particular wave. Now this is called as angstrom and this is called as micrometer. Angstrom means 10 to the power of minus 10 meter and micrometer which is same as micron, which is given by 10 to the power of minus 6 meter or 10 to the power of minus 4 centimeter. Now this symbol is called as per centimeter, which is the unit of wave number in a particular wave. Now nanometer or millimicron, these both are same. So this is generally used to represent the value of 10 to the power of minus 9 meter or 10 to the power of minus 7 meter. Now let's see some of the units which are oftenly used in spectroscopic techniques. The first unit of spectroscopy is the wavelength. First one is the wavelength. So wavelength is the distance between the two adjacent crusts or two adjacent troughs in a particular wave, and the wavelength is denoted by a symbol lambda and it is measured either in angstrom, nanometer or millimicron. So wavelength, so it is the distance between the two adjacent crusts or trough in a particular wave. Suppose this is the particular wave. So the above portion of this wave is called as crust. So the distance between the two adjacent crust we called as the wave number, which is denoted by lambda, or two adjacent troughs. So the below portion of the waves we called as troughs. So distance between these two troughs in a particular wave we called as wave number. Now the wave number is denoted by a symbol lambda, and it is measured in either nanometer, millimicron or angstrom. So 1 angstrom means 10 to the power of minus 10 meter or 10 to the power of minus 1 nanometer. 1 nanometer means 10 to the power of minus 9 meter or 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeter. Now 1 millimicron means 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. If we convert in centimeter, it will be 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeter. Next one is the wave number. So this is the very important symbol which are often used in the spectroscopic techniques. Wave number is defined as that it is the total number of waves which can pass through a given space of 1 centimeter. So the wave number also defined as it is the reciprocal of wavelength, and it is denoted by a symbol nu bar. So the wave number, it is the total number of waves passing through a given space of 1 centimeter, and it is also defined as reciprocal of wavelength. So suppose this is the particular wave. So total number of waves which can pass us through this space of 1 centimeter, that we called as wave number. And wave number is also defined as, wave number is represented by a symbol nu bar, which is also defined as it is the reciprocal of wavelength in centimeter. Next one is the frequency. So frequency is the total number of waves passing through a point of 1 second, and it is represented by a symbol nu, and the unit of frequency is hertz. So 1 hertz is 1 cycle per second. So the frequency is defined as the number of waves passing through a point in 1 second. So basically the frequency is expressed by a symbol nu and measured in hertz. So hertz means 1 cycle per second. 1 hertz is equals to 1 cycle per second. Suppose this is the particular wave. So this is called as one complete cycle. That means it consists of one crust and one trough. That we called as one complete cycle. So this one complete cycle per second, that we called as frequency. So frequency always is the reciprocal of wavelength. That means greater the wavelength, smaller is the frequency. Now next one is the energy of a wave, which can be calculated by using a relation E is equals to h nu. So the energy of a particular wave can be calculated by using a relation E is equals to h nu, where nu is the frequency of the particular radiation, which is given by a equation nu is equal to c by lambda. When we put the value inside D in place of nu, we get E is equals to h nu h c by lambda, where h is the Planck's constants, which have a value 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 just second. C is the velocity of light or radiation, which we given by 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and lambda is the wavelength of a particular wave. Now let's solve some of the problems on the basis of wavelength, wave number, frequency, and then we have to calculate some of the problems on the energy of a particular wave. Now here is a quick problem on calculation of wave number of a particular wave. So the radiation of wavelength is 2.5 micron. Calculate the wave number. So we have a wave number relation, nu bar is equals to 1 divided by lambda in centimeter. Now here the lambda, the wavelength is given as wavelength lambda is equals to 2.5 micron. So we have to convert, micron means 10 to the power of minus 6, that we are convert into the centimeter, which is given by 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 centimeter. Now putting the value inside this wave number equation, 1 divided by 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 centimeter, you get the wave number 4000, and the unit of wave number is per centimeter. Now next problem is calculate the frequency of visible light, and we know that the visible light consists of a frequency that is wavelength range from 3800 to 3800 to 7600 angstrom. Now first we have to calculate the frequency for the wavelength 3800 angstrom, then we have to calculate the frequency for the 7600 angstrom wavelength. So first one is the 3800 angstrom, which can be converted into the centimeter, which has 3800 angstrom to 3800 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Then we have a relation of calculating the frequency of the particular wave, that is mu is equal to c by lambda, which is given by, we have a c value is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 8, or in 10 to the power of minus 8 meter per second. If it is converted to centimeter, then we have 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second, and we have the wavelength 3800 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. So if we calculate the frequency nu, we will get 7.88 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. If we convert it into megahertz, we get 7.88 into 10 to the power of 8 megahertz. Now next calculate the frequency for the wavelength 7600. Next is 7600 angstrom, which is converted into the centimeter. 7600 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Then we have nu is equals to c by lambda. We have c 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second. Then we have the wavelength 7600 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Then the value of nu could be 3.94 into 10 to the power of 8 megahertz. Now this is the way we can calculate the frequency of a particular wave. Next one is the spectrophotometer. It is simply called as spectrometer. The instrument which are used to measure amount of electromagnetic radiation absorbed by an organic molecule, called as spectrophotometer or spectrometer. So the spectrophotometer basically the instrument which are used to measure the amount of electromagnetic radiation absorbed by an organic molecule. Now let's see some of the instrumentation or the components of the spectrophotometer. Now the general component of spectrophotometer consists of the light source, slit, prism, sample holder or sample detector and recorder. So the electromagnetic radiation produced from this light or passes through the slit, which can convert the polychromatic light into monochromatic light, and this light passes through the prism, which split this light into several colors with particular wavelength. This is also called as dispersion of light. When this dispersed light passes through the sample absorbs a electromagnetic radiation of particular wavelength or frequency. Then detectors detect and analyze this absorbed radiation by the sample, and recorder record this radiation. Now the radiation of light is detected analyzed and recorded. The record is called as spectrum. So the radiation light absorbed by this sample is detected by this detector and analyzed, and recorder record this absorbed radiation by the sample. The record is called as spectrum. Now what is meant by this spectrum? What are the type of spectrum? And what is meant by electromagnetic spectrum? That we are going to study in the next video session. Thank you for watching.